Welcome, my loyal subjects. It is I, Princess in Distress. Today we are going to talk about something dark but very important: psychopaths. Because let's be real for a second, not everyone who looks charming is a good person. Some people smile at you, talk sweet, make you feel special, but behind that mask is someone who wants to destroy you. So, the real question is, are you dealing with a psychopath? Or worse, could you have some of these traits? Let's talk about it. But first, what is a psychopath? When people hear the word psychopath, they usually imagine a violent criminal or someone completely heartless. But in reality, it's not always that obvious. A psychopath is someone who lacks empathy, meaning they don't truly feel or understand other people's emotions. They don't feel guilt the way most people do, and they often don't care if their actions hurt someone. Now, psychopathy isn't actually an official diagnosis. It's closely related to something called antisocial personality disorder, or ASPD. But psychopathy is often seen as a more extreme version. Both sociopaths and psychopaths lack empathy. But here's the difference. Psychopaths are usually more calm, calculated, and controlled. They can hurt people without even thinking twice about the consequences. And the scary part? They don't always look dangerous. Some of them are charming, successful, attractive, even likable. That's what makes them hard to spot. According to experts, there are 10 signs of a psychopath. These signs don't always show up right away. In fact, the more time you spend with someone, the more these traits start to reveal themselves. So, pay attention. 1. Too charming to be true. At first, they seem perfect. They know exactly what to say, how to act, and how to make you feel special. They might flatter you, agree with everything you say, and act like they deeply care. But here's the truth. They're not being genuine. They're performing. They're studying you, learning what you like, and using it to win your trust. And over time, that perfect image starts to crack, revealing someone much colder underneath. 2. Random cruelty. Once the charm fades, you'll start to notice something unsettling. They can be unnecessarily cruel. They might insult people, enjoy embarrassing others, or make hurtful comments and then laugh it off like it's nothing. Sometimes they even seem entertained by someone else's pain. That's because they don't feel empathy the way you do. 3. Constant lying. Everyone lies sometimes, but psychopaths lie constantly and effortlessly. They exaggerate stories, twist the truth, or completely make things up, all to get what they want. And the scariest part? They don't feel guilty about it. To them, lying is just a tool. 4. It's never their fault. No matter what happens, it's never on them. They blame other people, make excuses, or twist the story to make themselves look like the victim. Even when they clearly hurt someone, they'll justify it like they did nothing wrong. That's because they don't have the same sense of right and wrong most people do. For them, right is wrong and wrong is right. 5. Obsessed with control. Psychopaths love power. They want to control situations, control people, and sometimes even control your emotions. They may try to dominate conversations, manipulate decisions, or subtly make you dependent on them. To them, relationships aren't about love. They're about control. 6. Enjoying others' pain. This is one of the darkest signs. Some psychopaths actually enjoy seeing others suffer. It might not always be extreme, but even small things, like laughing at someone being humiliated or hurt, can reveal this trait. For them, it's not about compassion. It's about feeling powerful. 7. Thrill-seeking and bored easily. They get bored fast. Normal life doesn't excite them, so they chase intense experiences. Risk, danger, drama. This can show up as reckless behavior, constant need for excitement, or jumping from one thing to another without thinking long-term. They're always chasing a rush. 8. Rules don't apply to them. Rules, laws, social norms, they don't care. They might break rules casually, cross boundaries, or do things that are clearly wrong. without hesitation. Not all psychopaths are criminals, but many act like consequences don't apply to them. 9. Cold and emotionless. In emotional situations, something feels off. When others are sad, excited, or scared, they seem distant, disconnected, almost robotic. They don't react the way normal people do because they don't feel things the same way. That emotional emptiness can be very unsettling. 10. Master manipulator. This is the biggest one. They are extremely skilled at manipulating people. They can gaslight you, twist reality, make you question yourself, and even convince you that you're the problem. They know how to gain your trust, break it, and still keep you around. And by the time you realize what's happening, you're already caught in it. Now, you might be wondering, can you test a psychopath? There is something called the psychopathy checklist, used by professionals to measure psychopathic traits. But this isn't something you can just casually diagnose. Having a few of these traits doesn't automatically make someone a psychopath. What matters is the pattern, the intensity, and the lack of empathy behind the behavior. So how do you deal with someone like this? If you believe someone in your life shows these signs, protect yourself. Keep a healthy distance whenever possible and set strong boundaries. If you say no, don't feel pressured to explain yourself over and over or give in because of guilt. Consistency is important. People who manipulate others often test boundaries to see if they can wear you down. Don't let them control your emotions. They may try to provoke you into anger, fear, or guilt because emotional reactions can make you easier to manipulate. Instead, stay as calm and composed as you can. If they blame you for their mistakes, twist your words, or try to make you question your own reality, pause before accepting what they're saying. Ask yourself, is there actual evidence for this? Or am I being manipulated? Trust facts over emotional pressure. And most importantly, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Your intuition often notices patterns before your conscious mind can explain them. While instincts aren't proof on their own, they are a signal to slow down, pay attention, and look carefully at the person's behavior. Healthy relationships make you feel respected and secure, not constantly anxious or afraid. What do you think? Did someone come to mind while watching this? Or did you see a little bit of yourself? Let me know in the comments. And remember, not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. And that's all for today's video. Again, this is I, Princess in Distress. Thanks for watching!